Hey everybody, what's up? Right about now, great stuff's happening. Jason and Betsy joining you. Thanks for tuning in to our show. What's up, Betsy?
Hey, Jason.
Hey, you know what I'm going to experiment with? You can do it or not do it.
Okay.
Either way.
You know I'm succumbed to peer pressure.
Oh, do you? Yeah, well, that's good to know. I don't think we need these headphones, and so I'm going to take them off.
We can take
It might be strange.
Oh.
It's going to be weird because I'm so used to hearing myself.
But I mean,
well, I see
now I don't have to hear you twice.
Ah, nice. I see a lot of shows. We used to call them podcasts, you know, and it like literally that was a podcast, right? Where people you I think you needed to be able to hear yourself to make sure the audio was going because that's all there was audio, right?
Yes.
Obviously here we are being videoed now, and Netflix has just released, have you seen this? A whole new, I'm going to call it like a channel or a thread on Netflix, which is dedicated to podcasts, which are visual, right? So they're really shows.
Yes. Okay. So I go into Netflix and literally just go straight to whatever it is I was looking for.
Yep.
I'm not the searcher person, so I have not seen that yet. I'm going to have to
Well,
look
if you
for
just
it.
kind of scroll down a little bit, it's like new to Netflix podcast, blah, blah, blah.
I actually kind of really like that because I am a podcast listener, and so many of the podcasts I listen to also talk about watch us. You can see this happening, but I don't ever take the time to do that.
Well, they've made it easy.
But they've made it easier.
Yeah. So like Arkansas native Bobby Bones, he has a show on there. Several. Pete Davidson launched a show on there. A lot of folks are either launching shows or there are some that kind of had a new show, and this is the new home for their podcast show. But what you see is a lot of people just sitting and chatting.
They're
right?
just sitting, having,
no headphones.
You are getting to get in on their conversation.
Yeah.
And even though they might not have something like just super stimulating, we get a lot of visually stimulating things all the time. Sometimes it's just nice to feel like you are sitting in there having the conversation with them.
Absolutely.
Just being a part of the combo.
Couldn't agree more. All right, we got a lot of stuff to cover today. I feel like we always have a lot of things to cover on the show. You brought some taste tests, but you said it wasn't what you wanted to bring.
Okay. Yes.
So maybe set up what you did bring, and then but then tell us what you intended to bring. It didn't happen.
So what I wanted us to do was talk about how protein is being added to everything.
Right.
Coca-Cola is even hinting at a Coke that has protein added to it. They have one in Japan right now. It's a Diet Coke that has fiber added to it. Okay. So I wanted to discuss kind of this trend of adding protein to everything, adding protein to Doritos, all the things.
Okay.
And there is a viral soda going around. It's been going around for a while, but it's called a dirty soda.
Yeah.
And we've heard of dirty soda for different reasons or whatever. It's Diet Coke and either vanilla or chocolate.
Oh, so you brought it.
Core Power Fairlife protein, which this is a Coca-Cola product, but they're going to go ahead and add the protein to the drink.
So they put Coke on Coke.
Yes, that's what they're going to do.
Nice.
So vanilla is usually what people tend to the most. You can do either, but vanilla is what people tend to the most. My kids actually really like the chocolate. So the chocolate is what I had on hand. And when I stopped at the gas station this morning for the other thing I wanted to get.
You love a good gas station shop.
I love a good gas station shop. They did not have the vanilla in stock.
No.
I know Snowpocalypse has kept a lot of the stores fairly empty right now. So they didn't have the vanilla either. So we're going with chocolate.
Okay.
But then I also wanted to get the Snickers high protein. It is literally called high HI protein, and compare it to just what a regular protein bar that you could just buy at the gas station, or there's that bar is actually in the break room here.
So this all sounds like stuff you brought. What did you want to bring?
But they
didn't have vanilla.
They didn't have the vanilla. They didn't have the Snickers high protein. They were out of that one.
Got it.
But instead we're going to compare it with a Reese's cup.
Okay, so I say, now that you have made me hungry, let's wait on that for a little bit in the show.
Let's do it.
Because you brought up an interesting point.
Yes.
It has been Snowmageddon here in Northwest Arkansas and across much of the country was debilitated by this sweeping snowstorm that happened. So there's a few things that we should talk about to do with that. But let's just lead with this.
Okay.
What do you and your family do? You're trapped at home. You don't want to rip each other's hair out. What do you end up doing to stay
rip each other's hair out?
Positive.
No, we actually didn't. We were only stuck at home for a day.
Yeah.
We are the type of family that has all the snow gear, so we go out and play in it anyway. We went sledding. We actually like to play board games with each other, and we are also a video game family. We're a movie family. So for the 2 days that we were really home, we were fine. Now, keeping the kids interested in life for the past couple days without having school, and I'm back at work.
Yes.
Dean did work from home for a couple days. The city of Fayetteville the offices were closed. They were working, but working from home, rightfully so. But they've been a little antsy and ready to get out of the house.
Sure.
And that actually kind of showed up. Yesterday we had play practice.
Yep.
And it was the first time Charlie had really been away from the house. And he was a little kind of down in the dumps.
Like lethargic, right? It kind of does that too.
It does. Just trying to get out and actually have to be a human being again after you've been
Remember what that's
at home
like
for a while.
Yeah.
I know.
It can be hard.
So what y'all do?
You know, this might be a little bit controversial.
Okay.
I'm over sledding and stuff.
I don't sled.
The kids can do it all day long.
All they want.
Specifically Felix. He's the one who's still into it.
And we have
mostly.
some great hills near us.
No problem having hills. He's blowing up our, our pool toys and borrowing a sled from a neighbor, whatever. Totally cool, all into it. And I remember a point in my life when I was also totally into it, or like going out and making a snowman or making a snow fort, and you just get behind it and throw snowballs, or like dueling forts and you hide behind those and you snowball fight each other. Super fun. Now I am just old and I'm like, it's wet. It takes forever to what do you do with all these clothes? Because you got all the layers and everything. And, and we don't have a huge house. So like that footprint just grows,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So, but I'll tell you, you know me and you know what I did in the snow.
Did you go run?
Oh, yeah. I love it.
So do you put the cleats on your shoes and everything?
Yes, I would not suggest that anybody go out running in snow when there's snow, but also it gets compacted down to ice and there's a layer of ice on top of that and whatever.
Even
That's
with
very
the cleats,
dangerous.
It's trickier than you think.
It's trickier than you think. So being in Northwest Arkansas, just a few years ago, I invested in these over-the-shoe cleats.
Okay.
So you can use your running shoes and you just sort of slip these on over them. They're snug and it takes a little bit more doing than you think it should.
Yeah.
But once you get the cleat on there, it's secure, right? So anyway, so yes, I put those on and I still go running around. And I'll tell you, it is easier to find traction with cleats on your shoes when the surface hasn't been disturbed that much.
Oh, I could see that for sure.
Yesterday, because the snow, at least in our neighborhood hasn't been plowed really. It's just, traffic has been displacing the snow. But that causes those ruts or those treads or tracks in the snow. That's, as you would think, that's difficult because it's high enough that it's over your ankle, right?
Yeah.
So you're already lifting your leg a little bit more than you need to. And so, but if I go into my regular runner shuffle, my feet aren't getting up high enough, So it's just a little bit more treacherous. I feel like
figure all of that out.
Yeah, it's different. It's a different style of running.
Those ruts get tough. That's actually my oldest daughter will be trying to drive her car out of our neighborhood for the first time this afternoon, and her car is low to the ground.
Right.
And it's a stick shift. And so even though
good for her. I love a good stick shift driver.
Right?
Way to go.
So even though our neighborhood, I have an all-wheel drive car and it's off the ground. I've not been stuck. Her problem is not even necessarily going to be the traction. it's going to be the fact that the ruts are now
high. Yeah, 100%.
And her car's low to the ground. So if she gets caught in one of those, she's stuck just because that's pure ice.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yes. So those do get a little bit treacherous, and I'm kind of like, I get it. We need to focus our snowplow and snow removal efforts on the main roads, all of that stuff. I totally get it. But could somebody just come through here when it starts breaking up and becomes a slush kind of thing? I'm like, just get this out of here.
I made fun of you for putting your cleats on and going running, but I did work out every day.
Yeah,
and as soon as I could get to the gym,
probably went to a gym
Monday when I was told I had to go.
Yeah, of course. No, yes, I would rather hit the...
No, I did, and I worked out.
See, it's treacherous getting to your work, probably just as treacherous as it is for me to be running around the neighborhood.
It probably was on Monday just as treacherous for me to get there as it was for you to run outside in the snow. Do you wear your short running shorts?
No. I've got so many layers on. When it's cold, I mean, the thing about running is you dress in layers, right?
Oh, yes.
But, like, also it's a little bit confusing because yesterday it got up to, like, 40 degrees, and I was like... I'm not going to invest in my like heavier running jacket. I'm just going to wear my light one because the temperature is high, but also the snow is cold. Your body temperature rises, whatever. But when it's like, if it's in the 20s or below, I'm going to wear my more, it's like a winter jacket for runners, I guess.
Yes.
It's breathable, but
they breathe. It lets the sweat out.
Right.
But keeps the cold out as well.
Yeah.
As long as my fingers are warm, my ears are warm, and my toes are warm.
That's it. I had on, you don't even know how many pairs of gloves I had on. My feet, I'm fine. My feet are usually okay in the cold weather, but it's my digits that get really cold.
Have you tried mittens?
Oh, I have mittens.
As opposed to gloves?
Yes, I have mittens. My running mittens are, they have, the mitten part of them is reflective.
Oh.
So that I can run at night.
Okay.
So anyway, I've had those for a while.
Yeah.
And you can take the mitten part and bunch it back up in the glove if you don't need it. So you can have your digits out, or you can pull it out and extend it over your hands or whatever.
Yeah.
So when I go running, I've got on, at the most, I had on 1, 2, I guess just 3 pairs of gloves.
Okay.
I mean, that's just 3.
That's still a lot.
And in the final glove that was over everything, I did not even put my digits through the finger holes.
Okay.
I just balled my hand up, and the glove just encapsulated my fist.
I get that. I tend to have then my sleeve pulled over like this.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because then I can just, without having another layer, I can pull my sleeve
I think,
out.
One thing I will say, I'm sure our viewers are tired of us talking about all of our exercising.
So tired of it.
But your attire, what you wear to exercise, is so important.
It is.
If you wear the wrong thing, you're going to feel uncomfortable and you're not going to want to do it, and you're going to be like, I had a terrible experience. I'm never going to do that again. And I think it took me a long time of working out to realize that it's worth investing in something that's going to last and something that is appropriate for the activity that you're doing, rather than just thinking it's a one-size-fits-all.
Right.
I've got my old T-shirt from, Community Building Day 1983 that I cut the sleeves out of, and I can just wear it to everything. Your body's going to feel weird, and you're not going to enjoy it.
Right. You are so very correct. It might not be that you don't enjoy exercising.
Right.
It's that you haven't taken the time to do it correctly.
And then you start thinking about, oh my gosh, I'm so uncomfortable, and you can't focus on anything else. So anyway, various ways of, so to answer your question,
we ran all
we
around
watched a
that
lot of
sucker.
TV. I exercised. We do play board games and get around the table and play a lot of things together, so that's super fun as well. Puzzles are fun.
We didn't break out any puzzles. I don't think we had enough time to break out
Yeah,
puzzles
I agree.
this
We
time.
haven't this year, but in past
Yes.
snow days, we have the dining room table might just be a puzzle that you walk past, you put a couple pieces together, you go on about your business, whatever. So we definitely stay activated. Okay, so let's do this. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to try and dive into some of this protein, put protein on everything. Protein's the trend. Everything's got protein, and we'll do a little taste test and see what's up with that. Does that sound okay?
Sounds great to me.
Awesome. Stick with us. We got more happening right after this quick break.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome back, everybody. So glad that you are still with us, hanging out, even though we talked about a lot of exercising in that last
Lots of
block.
stuff. I hope that you are an exerciser too.
Hey, good news. I just checked our headphones just to make sure, and we
We're
are
good?
still, we
All
still got audio. So
right.
that's good.
Always a good thing. That means we can keep them off of our
Keep them
heads.
on. You know, it's okay to me. I'm so used to hearing things in my ear because that's what we do on television, right? So
Yeah.
but this was brought to my attention by people in our creative services department. Shout out to our creative services team. Amazing. But they were like, I don't think we all have to wear the headphones on our CTV shows.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? You're right. Anyway, so it
Yeah.
snowballed from there, and here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are about to have some protein. So, okay,
Protein.
so you sent me some links
Okay,
to some
yes.
things. What do we need to look at on your links?
So, one of the first links I sent you is how Coca-Cola is hinting toward reinventing some soda. So, the trend right now is protein is being shoved into everything. And protein. We're supposed to work hard to hit our protein goals, especially females, especially as you're aging. And so they are throwing every marketing dollar, all the companies are throwing every marketing dollar they have at protein. I'm going to just caveat this by saying I am a huge proponent of real food protein. If you eat real food on a regular basis, you are going to get pretty darn close to your protein goal all on your own. However, if you are a super active person, if you are a person who likes treats, if you are a person who just isn't hungry, for whatever reason, there are foods you cannot eat or will not eat. Adding in some of these supplemental things is great. I use protein bars in almost my daily life. I like to add a protein shake in from time to time. My kids, like I said, drink this core milk.
Okay.
So I don't have anything against having a protein supplement, but I think I draw the line when we're starting to add protein to
everything.
Everything. My Doritos don't need protein.
Here's
now
a
I've
question.
just put protein on junk food.
Okay. Question. Is protein more filling?
Not necessarily.
Because is that a myth that we need to bust a little bit?
Yes.
Or like, what's the
Protein
caveat?
Protein in its real food forms, like if you are eating a chicken breast,
Right.
it is going to be more filling than, say, vegetables or chips.
So you feel satiated after you eat that style of protein.
Right, because you are also getting fat and you are getting density. There is food there. A chicken breast versus a drink, you're not going to be full from a drink. It might tide you over,
right?
But you're not going to be full.
It's more like a Snickers bar.
Right?
Traditional, like,
yes.
you know.
Or a protein bar is essentially a well-marketed candy bar.
Right, yep.
It is an additional thing. It's a topper. It's a treat. It's a hold-off.
Gotcha.
So the protein itself is not necessarily what is keeping you full. It's the form that the protein came in.
Okay, I know I'm kind of go off topic for a second.
Let's go.
But you are our nutrition specialist. So obviously I run a lot.
Yes.
At the start of 2026, I was rethinking my stack, like what the supplements that I take in the morning.
Yes.
I was like, I've been taking this same thing for like 5 years or something. It's time maybe for a refresh. And some powders that I use. So one question I have for you, because I want to know where you stand, right? I started taking creatine.
Okay.
Never really. I mean, I think that when creatine, it seemed like it hit the market, and maybe it was already out there, but it sort of hit the market like when I was in college, and it was like, take this and you get buff. And so I was like, I got to take creatine. I'm going to, and it was like, okay, whatever. And then you stop taking it and you're like, it was all just kind of water weight because it like puts a lot of water in your cells, right?
Yes.
I think that's the point of it.
You're right. That's what it does.
But the research I did said that it helped for runners. It can help you engage in that run for longer. So like distance runners, it's going to help. So it was like, you're a distance runner, you need to add this in. Another thing that is for joints and ligaments is collagen. So I have collagen powder that I've added into my routine. And then is it called alanine? Do you know this stuff?
Mm.
I might.
This is probably one that I've
Okay.
ignored
Yeah,
for
it
a
is.
while.
It's alanine. Alanine, non-essential amino acid produced by the body that acts as a vital building block for proteins and a key energy source for muscles, the brain, and the central nervous system. Um, so,
Mm.
um, anyway, so there's some alanine powder that was suggested to me that I take. That's it. Those are 3 powders that I kind of put into my morning cocktail.
That's why this is. I'm glad I looked because this is what I thought you were talking about. Yeah.
What do you think?
Jason, you eat meat.
Yeah.
You eat dairy.
Yeah.
Do you eat eggs?
Yeah.
You're good.
On everything?
Not on everything.
Okay,
on
so-
the alanine itself.
Okay, so alanine, not really essential.
Alanine is not really essential.
Okay, good to know.
Somebody's trying to sell you
We'll
something.
sell you something over.
Neither of the other two are necessarily essential,
Right.
especially at the age, activity, at the fact that you eat real food.
Right.
Okay. But they are very helpful.
Yes. Okay.
Creatine did when it kind of hit the market. It was very first
You remember
marketed
that?
to very first marketed to building
Muscle.
building muscle.
Yeah.
Okay. Our body does create creatine. We do need creatine.
Right.
We do need to hold moisture. It's almost like putting lotion on the outside of your skin, how that keeps your skin more elastic. We need moisture on the inside of our
Inside.
skin. We need to stay hydrated. And creatine is
Okay.
going to help your muscles stay hydrated. I take creatine now.
Yes.
Um,
So it was telling me that because I'm a distance runner,
Because
right?
you are a
Not just I'm going out
distance
and running
runner,
3 miles,
right.
but
If
usually
you
I'm running
are-
8. So
if you are either older female moving into that perimenopause, menopause phase,
Mhm.
it's harder for your body to hold on to the hydration. Creatine is great for that. If you are a super active person, you are a distance runner who is pounding through your body's natural hydration and you're not necessarily refilling it
right.
at the same rate, well, you're definitely not refilling it at the same rate.
Sure.
Creatine is great because it's helping you build up a store that you can
Mhm.
use and then replenish after you've used it. If you are one of these super high, you're a high rocks athlete. You are, and we'll get into that later. They are athletes. You are a high rocks participant. There we go. You
'Kay.
are someone who works out really hard, really heavy. Creatine can be good for you, especially as we get older, because it does help hydrate
Sure.
the body.
Good.
Is it necessary for everybody?
Probably
No.
not.
Collagen is another one. It can be, especially as we get older, our body is not producing it as well. There are other ways to get it. If you are a bone broth drinker or eater, you like to like chew on the rib bone. You like to cook down your stocks and stews.
Okay. Yes.
Those type of things.
Those tend to have.
You're
Right.
getting collagen in there. Is it a miracle for all of the
No.
things it says it is? No, rarely ever anything is.
But those two
it is
things,
good for your
those two things, you
joints.
would kind of put in the same category as being good for you. and
Yes.
good to have as a supplement.
Good to have
for-
as a supplement, not necessarily something that everybody needs.
not essential. Yeah.
And not necessarily something that you need every day, but definitely something to think about depending on what your goals are, where your body's at.
Sure. So one thing I learned, because then I started taking creatine and I stepped on the
Mhm.
scale and I was like, I'm 3 pounds
Ooh.
heavier today. So here's what I learned is that happens, right? When you start
Yes,
taking
when you
creatine
start.
and then it kind of goes away after a little while.
Yes.
Because your body is learning how to adjust to that being in the system.
Right. Your body is suddenly, the creatine is absorbing water.
Right.
So your body has literally put on water weight as it is getting used to this. Now, once your body realizes, oh, you're refilling your creatine, it's not having to do all of the work it was doing before.
Right.
So it will let you drop some of that off.
Yeah.
It's not fighting you anymore.
Right. That's right.
But you will when you first start it. And
Yeah.
that is also why it's recommended. If that type of thing makes you nervous, start small,
Yeah.
not with a full dose. Start with like a half dose or a quarter of a dose and build yourself up to it. And then you won't have that
And I
great
read
big-
too, it said when you start taking it, don't base your health on the scale. If you are
Right.
still able to fit in your clothes,
Yes.
right, then you haven't gained any inches anywhere. It's just that the same body you had before weighs more because of this influx of water, right? So
Mhm.
I don't know. I think that helped me. I was like, well, I'm not gaining any inches, so it doesn't matter what
Yeah.
the scale says. Whatever.
That's the scale is simply a measure. It is not
Right.
the end all be all. If you are someone who regularly steps on the scale and you can handle that,
Yeah.
okay. Otherwise, a much better measure is how you feel in your body, how your clothes fit, and it's staying that way for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
Our body can fluctuate 10 pounds in a day.
Yeah, really. That's a lot.
Just based off of how your stress level was, how much salt you had, what you actually ate. And calories are cumulative.
Yeah.
So if you underate today and you overate yesterday, you're kind of leveling. I shouldn't tell you that because that's not exactly how it works.
But it is kind of calorie count
kind of how it
matters
works.
more than anything else when you're looking at that kind of stuff, right?
When you're looking at those metrics. But again, they're metrics.
Sure.
So, you got to take it all with a grain of salt. And if you don't actually know what you're looking at, don't panic. Get some help.
Yeah. Talk to a pro like Betsy. All right, so now we've had all that conversation.
Yes.
Let's dive into these protein drinks.
Let's do it.
All right, so what are we starting with?
Okay, so we're going to start with the dirty soda. I'm going to get it made.
Okay.
Okay, like I said, usually vanilla is the one people tend toward.
Okay.
And they also use a big gulp Diet Coke. But I knew that I was going to need...
Why the big gulp specifically? Just so they can mix stuff up in there?
I think it's because you need... It says that you need the ice, and then you need the size. You want a lot of Diet Coke, a lot of ice. And so I think the big gulp cup works the best.
Gotcha.
But we are going to, because this had to sit for a while and I didn't want it to get too bad. So we are going to go with some Diet Coke in here, and we're going to try to make our proportions similar to what a big gulp would. So I'm not going to put all of this in, but you would do a big gulp of Diet and then a whole bottle.
We're watching you on the big camera over here right now.
And then, of course, soda is very, very fuzzy. I am essentially making a white Russian. Well, I guess would it be a black Russian since it's chocolate milk?
Sure. I don't know.
It's milk and soda.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have the
It's
alcohol
definitely
in
dark in color. You're not adding milk to it or vanilla.
Put it over the ice. You stir it up, and then I have cups that I can pour this into. And this is supposed to be absolutely delicious. Obviously, I haven't used it.
According to who?
The internet, Jason.
Diet Coke drinkers of the world.
The internet. That's people are real amazing when they think they are doing something healthy and good for their body. They are really, really, really good at blocking out the fact that it's actually not good.
I mean, Diet Coke is not that good for you. It has that aspartame flavor. Sorry, Mom. I know you love Diet Coke.
I love Diet Coke. It's my treat drink. But it is shocking what people will be like, this is delicious.
Right.
Because it's supposed to be good for you and it's the trend.
Yeah. It's that peer pressure thing that you say that you fall victim to sometimes.
Yes. All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay.
Let's try this. It's kind of Coke floatish.
It is Coke floatish. Especially with the chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it would be the same way if you put in the vanilla. Yeah, I don't know.
But it's kind of Coke floatish. I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
He doesn't hate it.
I wouldn't drink it on a regular. I can't see myself going to one of these dirty soda places and paying $7 for this.
Turn my Diet Coke into a dirty soda. I would just have my Diet Coke.
Right.
But I will finish this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good.
Okay, verdict on that one is it passed the test.
It passed the test. That's actually pretty decent.
There you go. What else?
Now, if there's other versions of if you are a Pepsi drinker or you like a different brand, I can't guarantee, but this was pretty good. Okay, so then the other thing
was the Snickers high protein bar.
Snickers high protein bar. And unfortunately, the gas station I shopped at this morning did not have it, and I just did not give myself enough time to go around to other gas stations. So we are just going to kind of
20 grams of protein
a little bit, right? So we're going to pivot a little bit. And the Snickers high protein bar, they've essentially kept a Snickers bar, but then they have added protein to it.
Do you taste that? Like you could taste this because it had a chocolate flavor to it. But what do you mean when you say, because a Snickers bar already has some protein built into it?
A Snickers bar does already have some protein built into it because it's got peanuts, because of just the nature of everything that's in there. It does have some protein to it. Not very much.
Okay, yeah.
So like a Reese's cup comes to mind because that's the most recent one I looked at this morning. And it has, for your 2 little Reese's cups, that amount of peanut butter and then chocolate had 3 grams of protein, I believe, in it.
Right.
For the 2 cups, as opposed to the protein version that has 18 grams of protein for a very similar calorie count.
Huh.
So
Okay.
you go from 210 calories, and I want to say it was 12 or 13 grams of fat.
Uh-huh.
The protein version has 240 calories, 11 grams of fat. Sugars actually even out fairly. They're close. And one has 4 grams of protein, one has 18 grams of protein.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
So you're still eating junk food.
Yeah.
And it's the same with this Snickers bar. Now, that's why I wanted to try it. I haven't tried this one. Sometimes you can really taste it, and sometimes you can't.
So what are you really trading? You're not really trading a whole lot. You're eating a candy bar that has a little bit more protein in it, right?
That's you're going to spend about $2 to $3 more on your protein version.
I'm already out.
You're adding protein.
Right.
You're not trading much else out. They are
What about flavor?
in line with each other. That's what
That's
we're going to see. That's
right?
the question.
Like, are you?
And you're still eating junk food.
Yeah.
You're still eating junk food. A Snickers high protein bar is still a Snickers.
Right.
You're still eating junk food. You've just added protein to it.
So, so the marketing on this is clever, right? Because they're trying to pitch it to people as though this is a new health thing that you can do when you go to the gym.
Healthy.
You need to. I feel like, I mean, no tea, no shade, but muscle milk always got me.
Yes.
Too. I'm like, that's just, isn't that milk? A little more protein.
It's milk with a little. That's
and the
same,
last thing I want when I'm like lifting weights or running is to go down a gallon of milk. Sounds awful. But
I don't understand the.
They market it that way,
thing, but it sells like hotcakes.
It sells like hotcakes. People are into it.
They love it. And you're drinking a frappuccino.
Right.
It's a smoothie. You're having a smoothie.
You're having a smoothie.
So as long as you are looking at it in the right frame of mind, and you're choosing between spending $2 on the regular Snicker or $5 on the Snicker high protein, and it's going to get you to your protein goal, and you're going to eat one or the other either way. I wish we could have tasted it today.
Just eat a chicken breast or a pork chop or something else, right?
Yes, but I do love chocolate. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the Reese's. Obviously, it doesn't look like Reese's Cups.
Ooh. Let's see. Hold that up in front of your camera. I don't know if we missed that. There it is. Okay, Definitely looks like a bar.
Looks like a bar.
A gold bar.
This is supposed to taste like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
So we're going to compare it to a Reese's peanut butter cup, right?
You are comparing this. Well, I didn't bring the Reese's peanut butter
cup. So just my memory,
just your memory
of what a Reese's
peanut butter cup.
I'll tell you, it smells like a
peanut butter.
Protein / Reese's cup. You can smell that little bit of protein. You know what I mean when I say that?
Yes.
If you've been to like GNC and you go get like just a brick and those things like really hard to chew and whatever, those things, that tastes like a protein bar to me.
Yes. There are some protein bars that you have absolutely no doubt that there is protein in there. The texture's nowhere close.
There's a lot to chew. Not quite as much as the thing I was just describing, but kind of similar to that. Honestly, this just tastes like a peanut butter flavored protein bar. It's a little bit more crunchy, maybe a little bit more flaky.
I'm not getting Reese's Cup. This would not replace my Reese's Cup.
No.
As a protein bar, it's fine. It's fine. But I would rather have, given the choice between the two, I would rather have my Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yeah.
And just know that I'm having a treat.
Yeah, exactly. And when you think about this, I think it's the same thing. Just know you're having a treat. With a little bit of extra protein kick. But it's not necessarily going to keep you satiated or feeling full for longer. You're still going to need something else to do that, right? It's just adding some protein to help you maybe hit your goal.
This may hold you out a little bit longer than a bag of chips, only because the bag of chips is intended to make you want to eat more.
Right. It's that salt.
It's the salt in it. But it's not, this is not replacing your meal. This is not holding you out long term. This is a supplement.
Absolutely.
And it's called that for a reason.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I wanted to bring up anything else. I think what we should do is take a break. We've been at it for a while. We're talking about, I had to go down the creatine track. Are you okay? You look like you need a minute.
I'm sad.
You're You're sad that your protein segment is over?
I wanted a Reese's cup.
Oh, I
really
know.
Wanted
It just makes you want a Reese's.
cup.
Makes you want the real thing.
It does.
Nothing like the real thing, baby, as they sang. Okay, stay with us. We do have more when we come back. We've got several other things to hop into, some pop culture news and some events that are happening around town, so we cannot wait for you to stay with us. Join us on the other side of this quick break.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It makes me so nervous not to hear myself. I've just got to check and
Listen
see and
in,
make sure
listen
that
in.
we're on.
Make sure we're there.
Check. Hey, there we are.
I
Are
mean, who knows? They could have just been watching our mouths move and
you,
nothing
the
was
whole
happening.
time. What are they doing? I can't. They put. You can feel free to put your own words into our lips if you want.
Someone could do one of those bad lip reading.
Oh my gosh, they probably
things
already
for us.
have. I don't want to search for that.
I was listening to Conan O'Brien, excuse me, on a
love
podcast,
Conan.
and he was actually talking about how he did all of his shows. He wanted to be funny whether you could hear him or not. And
How do you
he
do
was
that?
talking about being a clown.
Just
how
like
he
his
considers
face?
himself a clown. Yeah, just with his facial expressions, which I don't know if you've noticed, but my face talks more than I do, and that's saying something.
That's a good thing.
But with his facial expressions, with his body movements, with
I just got what
he
you
is
said.
actually
Yeah, that's.
doing.
Sorry, I was looking at your face.
Yeah, and it was telling you all the things.
Right, and so yes, now I get it. What you're saying is that if your face talks more than your mouth, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the Super Bowl is coming up real soon.
Yes, it is.
Can you believe that?
And the Seahawks are going.
Okay, so let's walk it back a step.
Let's do it.
Do you have a team? Not in
No.
the Super Bowl, but a team just in general that you're like, that's my team.
For football, no.
'Kay.
For NFL football, no. Now, my family there are a couple of teams that go around in my family. Murphy is a Bears fan.
Okay.
Dean, my husband, is a Panthers fan.
Okay. They almost made it.
But oh wait, no, he's
No?
not a Panthers fan. Hold on,
Jaguars,
shoot,
Bengals.
it'll come to me in a minute.
What city is it?
Nashville
Oh, yeah. The Titans.
Titans.
Yeah.
Why did I want that to be Panthers? The
Because they're
Titans.
both
He's a
blue.
Titans
They're both
fan.
blue, like
That's
that
what
kind
it
of
is.
light blue color.
And my brother-in-law is a 49ers fan.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff that goes around and around.
I think it's one of the advantages, at least for myself, that I live, I grew up in Camden. You were in Crossett, right? So, like, I was not really close to any NFL team.
Right.
Dallas, I guess, like we had.
Maybe. I think that is why a lot of Arkansas is
Dallas
a Dallas
fans?
fan.
But not like I moved up here and it's like people are hardcore about either Dallas or Kansas City.
Or
There's
KC.
a lot of Kansas City
And
fans.
I can get on board with KC.
I'm fine.
I
I'm
like
over
I
Patrick
like
Mahomes.
the city itself.
I like the city itself, yes, for sure. And Kansas City loves their sports teams.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like the fact that every year I can just kind of like roll the dice and pick a team
Just
or
pick
seven
somebody.
teams and be like, you know what,
Yes.
today I'm going for that team.
Whoever is just each game that comes up, whatever team I want to root for, I can root for.
Right. It's fun.
Whoever's having a good season or
Yes,
a bad
season.
season.
I
Whoever
know.
has a fun quarterback to watch or a great tight end or
Right.
something I can just randomly pick something that I like about that team and root for them.
So in this Super Bowl, there's a lot of storylines that I like. In the games that we just witnessed, Matthew Stafford had a great season,
Yes.
but I was kind of I was hoping that they would lose, and they did.
Uh-huh,
I mean,
uh-huh.
great season, fun to watch, but I didn't feel ever that they were going to make it because they had things that tripped them up all season long,
Yes.
which was evidenced in this last game they
the
played
last
as
game.
well. I wish Bo Nix wouldn't have gotten injured because
Yeah.
that really, and that game, the title game there was, the final score was 10-7.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I feel like if Bo Nix would have played in that game, they would have had a pretty solid chance at winning that game. But be that as it may, that's how the cookie crumbles, right? So you
Exactly.
got to stay healthy the whole season
you
long.
have to make it the entire season. It's not just one
Right.
game until it is the very last game.
So we have the Pats and the Seahawks, and I feel pretty confident in saying the Patriots have been there more recently than the Seahawks, even though the Seahawks
Mhm.
have also been there at least once within the last 15 years.
Yeah.
They played Peyton Manning when he was at Denver. I
Mhm.
thought we were going to get a rematch of Denver and the Seahawks. But
which would have been really cool.
Been fun, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all on board for this Super Bowl. When Tom Brady played for the Patriots, I was all in on the Patriots just because it was fun to watch Tom Brady. I love the storyline of, he's not a first-year head coach, but Vrabel being a first-year in New England coach,
right,
and making it to the Super Bowl. That's fun. And Drake May being the quarterback is fun. New face.
New England, when people think about Super Bowl New England, you've got this vision in your head of Tom Brady. This is a completely different team. And so to see them
100%.
still come back
Yeah.
and make it this far, I mean, that's pretty cool.
But I'll tell you the storyline I like the most is the Sam Darnold storyline. And I like that because, Sam Darnold apparently wasn't good enough to stay in Minnesota. Now, I like Minnesota.
Yes.
I don't really understand why they hitched their wagon to, I've already forgotten their quarterback's name, who got injured this season, whatever. But they let Sam Darnold go. Several teams let Sam Darnold go, and he finds himself in Seattle. And then Seattle takes what Sam Darnold does really well and uses that.
And they play it to their advantage.
And couple it with their defense, which is really good. And that's why you see right now, at least in this one website we're looking, the opening line for the Super Bowl when it first came out was that Seattle 3.5. And I'm sure they're still probably picked to win at this moment as well.
As of yesterday afternoon, when I was looking, they were still picked to win.
Both of them have identical records, 14-3, going in. And so let's go through just to do a little sports dive here.
Okay.
Reason for hope for Seattle. Defense wins championships. This is an old adage. If you've played sports, you've heard it. Defense wins championships, and the Seahawks have an elite one. I can leave it at that because I think if you're a football fan, you've seen that all season long.
You've seen that, yes.
Right.
And this, I definitely stand by a solid defense. You can have a really, really great offense, and if they're getting stopped every time,
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. The reason for concern with Seattle is turnovers. This statistic says only Minnesota committed more than Seattle's 28 turnovers during the regular season. That is a lot of turnovers. So if you get into a situation where New England baits Sam Darnold into throwing some interceptions, or their running backs aren't securing that ball high and tight, fumbling, they might be in for an issue, right? Problem.
It happens.
And then for New England, a reason for hope has got to be quarterback Drake May. He has one, that that elite quarterback knack of making plays, right? We've seen it with Patrick Mahomes. We're like, oh, Patrick Mahomes is going to get sacked. And then he flicks the ball to somebody you didn't even realize was standing over near the sideline.
Eye of a needle, and it's straight into the chest. It's amazing.
Yeah. And unfortunately, this season, he threw it straight into the chest and the receivers dropped the ball.
Yes.
Unfortunately for him, I guess.
Right.
But I'm sick of him chewing on his mouthpiece. I gotta be honest. Steph Curry and Patrick Mahomes, get out of here.
Right. Y'all leave your mouthpiece.
Leave it in your mouth or
Just
don't
leave
wear
it
it.
there or take it out, like completely gone. Stop it.
So Drake May has that thing that sets quarterbacks apart.
Yeah.
But a reason for New England to also be concerned is turnovers. Same as the Seahawks. They fumbled. They threw some interceptions, specifically against the Chargers. And sometimes it's not even an interception. I mean, it is an interception. I almost would love to see a new category in sports because a tipped ball interception to me it doesn't necessarily mean an errant pass by the quarterback. It means that the defense was really good. Yeah. And so they were on top of it, or the lineman at the line of scrimmage got that big paw up and batted that thing, and then it ends up in somebody else's hand. So anyway, I would love to see there be a different category for interceptions, but
either way,
should be a good game.
It feels like it could be a really back and forth game played more toward the middle of the field in that each team has the same issue.
Right. You're going to go from 30-yard line to 30-yard line to 30-yard line to 30-yard line, back and forth the whole time. And the game's going to be 3-0 at the end, and everybody's going to be like, why did I pay so much for a commercial spot?
At least I got some really good dip out of it.
That's right, yes. Hey, mark it down. When is the Super Bowl?
It's not this coming weekend. It's the next.
Okay,
it's
good.
Like the 7th or
Yep,
8th
you're right.
or-
It's the 8th.
Okay.
On next week's Right About Now, let's bring some
Super Bowl.
Let's bring some Super Bowl food. Let's do it.
Any excuse Jason can come up with for me to bring food.
That's it. Okay, who do you think is going to win? Prediction and by how many? Well, let's do final score.
Okay. So I think you're right. I think the final score is going to be very small.
Okay.
I'm going with honestly, like a 14-7.
Ooh.
I mean, like small. But I am hoping that the Seahawks are on top.
Okay. I think it's going to be Seahawks 24-21.
Okay.
I'll just say that. I don't know. I initially thought maybe 28-24, but the more we've talked about how much of a defensive struggle it might be less than that.
Yeah.
So I think that's me personally. I would love to see a few touchdowns instead of just 14-7. It's
and
like,
we could throw in some, I don't know, some special team stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Happening
in college sports,
you're going for every point you
that
can
final
get.
game is the time to pull out all the stops. So you see
Right.
all the fake punts and the fake field goals
all
and
the funky things.
the flea flickers and the tight end that throws a touchdown pass to a lineman, like
Right?
all that stuff.
It happens.
So,
it happens.
yes.
This would be the game for it if they decide to pull all the stops.
You know what? Let's keep our game going strong. When we come back, we're going to give you several reasons to get involved with some stuff here in Northwest Arkansas. And if you're not in Northwest Arkansas, maybe this is several reasons for you to pay us a visit from wherever
visit.
you are in the country. We got great stuff going on here in NWA. So stick with us. We got more Right About Now happening after this quick break.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, everybody. Over there. Look, the big
Over
camera. That's where we
there.
are. That's right.
Over
Yes, we're
there.
back.
Sorry.
Thanks
I'm
for
done.
sticking with us through this hour of Right About Now. Before we leave, we always love to give our audience just a few things that are happening here in Northwest Arkansas.
It is an amazing place to
It's
be.
an amazing place, so maybe this will entice you to pay us a visit, or if you do already live here, maybe this is an opportunity for you to get out in the community and do some things. Hey, one of my favorite groups is the pickleball group, the pickleball doctors.
The pickleball doctors.
Right. This is a group of seniors that play pickleball, and they donate their proceeds to Hub of Hope. Hub of Hope is working in Northwest Arkansas to eradicate human trafficking. You can look them up on their website. But they have these pickleball tournaments pretty regular throughout the year, and their Winter
Yes.
Classic is coming up. It's actually happening this weekend. We
This
have them on the
weekend.
show, Good Day NWA, all the time to talk about their stuff, and they're just such a great group to be around.
They are so friendly. They are so inviting.
Yes.
They really strive to make pickleball accessible to everyone, but especially seniors.
Yes.
Showing you that you can still move and play and have fun and do. And these pickleball tournaments are a blast. They are huge. And the one this weekend is actually going to be held at FAC.
Yes.
We have a really great indoor facility. So even though winter weather coldness, not the precipitation part, but the coldness is setting in again on us this weekend, we have
You got it covered.
air conditioned, heated, cooled, humidity controlled spot
Yeah.
for the pickleball doctors to get to hold this classic. And it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, definitely. What else? Let's see. The Frozen Toes race that was supposed to happen in Fayetteville last weekend got rescheduled to this weekend due to all of that inclement weather. That happens on Mount Kessler.
Your toes are going to be
Fayetteville.
frozen.
And
But-
there's a couple options. There's a 5K and there's
Yes.
a 15K.
Yes.
So for folks who want to do a little bit less or a little bit more, you do get some cool swag for
Yeah.
showing up and going.
The shirt
it.
this year, seen it?
Yeah.
Real cool.
Real cool. They
Real cool.
in the past have had, I think, what is it? Is there there's an ice cube or something that's the mascot this year, something like that.
Something like that.
It looks cool. So I am actually wearing Frozen Toes socks right
Are
at this
you?
very moment
I
from a
love
previous
my
year.
Frozen Toe socks.
Yes, I have some on right now. They're purple. They went with the outfit I had on earlier today.
I have the purple ones.
Oh, you
and
do?
I have a bright orange pair. All the things. And you can walk it, you can run it.
That's right.
And it is, just keep in mind, it is up a mountain and back down. So if you have not ever run on anything but a sidewalk, a
It's
trail,
different than
a
that. It's-
treadmill,
The roots are
a whole
definitely
nother level.
exposed. It's
Mhm.
not like a trail that's like, you're going to be lifting your knees.
Yep.
Let's just say that.
High knees, high knees.
The Fayetteville Coffee Crawl. Will you tell me more about
Okay,
this?
so this piqued my interest.
Of course.
The Fayetteville Coffee Crawl. Imagine me being interested in coffee.
Right.
Okay, so there are 12 participating cafes around downtown Fayetteville. You stop in, you can start at any of them, stop in, get your coffee, tell them that you want to be a part of the crawl. You're going to get a passport. They are going to give you a stamp. Once you go around to all the different coffee spots and get a stamp on your passport at all the different locations, you can turn your passport in and you're going to get a fun t-shirt.
Yeah, look at that.
That supports you. So you have supported downtown
Local businesses.
Fayetteville,
Yeah.
local businesses. The shirts are being made by Natural Threads, which is a local business. What a great, fun way to be able to support downtown, support local, but not have to do it all at once. You don't have to do it all in one day.
No, and they're different, different places, right? I mean, you can see some of the participating venues on the screen right now are Sega's Jam and Java, baked by Corey, the Commons at Theater Squared, Onyx Coffee Lab, Onyx James Beard nominee, by the way, Arcega's at the library, Moonhouse, Doomsday. I'll scroll faster. The Meteor, Little Bread Company, Puritan Coffee and Beer, and Ozark Natural Foods. Hey, the Meteor is a really cool spot. It's kind of underneath. People might not know about that place. It's a really cool vibe there. So
it is really neat. If you could drive past it and not know it exists.
Exactly.
But it's over there by Fayetteville Taco and Tamale.
Yes, 100%.
And Sweet Green that is now open.
So how long does this last? Do you know?
It is through the end of March,
Okay,
I believe.
so you got
have
some time.
February and March to get through these. I recommend getting through them quickly just because I'm a huge coffee fan and a huge local coffee fan.
Yep.
And what a great excuse. Pick a different one each weekend and go, or two of them in a weekend. And a lot of these places have other things as well. Baked by Corey has amazing cupcakes.
Oh,
they offer
so
dessert,
good.
breakfast foods. The Commons also has, most of these places have other things that they offer as well. While you're in the library, go check out a book. All these places have something a little bit different to offer, and maybe you will get to experience something that you didn't know before and find a new favorite local coffee hangout.
All right, last one. Let's talk about the big game happening this weekend. It's going to be a big one between Arkansas and Kentucky. Obviously, it's kind of a, I don't know, let's say new rivalry, but it definitely has been stoked. The flames have been stoked due to the fact that Coach Cal is now here at Arkansas and was at Kentucky for 15 seasons. That one's happening at the Bud at 5:30 on Saturday. It's going to be televised by ESPN. And, the idea is that we pack out the Palace, national television, taking on Mark Pope and the Kentucky Wildcats. It should be a good one. We've had a lot of good games. We have the longest home winning streak in the SEC right now,
which is
15
amazing
games, I
and
think.
Wonderful and such a breath of fresh air.
That's right. Yeah, it is. It is. Yes. Okay, so I think we've got a plan for next week as well. We're going to talk the big game, the Super Bowl. We're going to bring some Super Bowl food, and of course, we'll have some entertainment news and more things happening around Northwest Arkansas
Who knows
for you.
what else I'll come up with to talk about?
Who knows? Stick with us next time. And as we say every week, you can't be right about everything, but you can be
Right
about now.
now.
That's it. Yes. All right. From Jason and Betsy, we'll see you next time.